Coming from Dubai, 50+ temperature, quite a transition here. And transition is something I'll be talking about in the next 20 minutes. Transition in the space of invoicing. Invoicing is something that we all are interacting in our business life, conventional business life, on a day-to-day basis. So I'll be talking about InvoiceMate, not as a pitch, but more on the education side, how blockchain adoption can happen, what could be the right way to bring up people in the conventional businesses using real applications on blockchain. That's what my target is, objective is. I'll forward with the chain of the discussion because I'm talking about blockchain. So here's my chain of discussion. I'll be, first of all, answering why we are doing InvoiceMate, what are the opportunities we saw, where are the gaps which we are trying to fill up. Then I'll take you to the next block, which is what InvoiceMate is, what problems it is solving, and then moving forward, how we are going to solve them. Moving forward, the next block will cater where we are in terms of our product development and in terms of our target market. Last but not the least, who are our current clients, strategic partners, and who are us. So this is going to be my chain of discussion. First of all, the first and foremost question, why InvoiceMate? We are targeting three problems in three different areas. The first and foremost is the digital transformation in the corporate world or the conventional businesses. The modern day or the current day digital transformation, which I call digital transformation 1.0, has some problems. 4 I have listed, there are numerous, just the 4 I have listed. It is creating silos, it is creating redundancy as well of the data, which was good in 10 years back, digital transformation, but modern day transformation requires connectivity, exchange, and this is not something we appreciate. We need more connectivity, we need more optimized data utilization. Lack of integrity. The digital transformation 1.0 was not meant for the trusted layer or integrity. Now, with the advent of the blockchain, we can have that. So we can move forward with the digital transformation 2.0 and have more integrity for our processes, workflows. Overly centralized. I'm not against centralization, but overly centralized systems create issues, like, again, silos and redundancy and lack of exchange of the data. Moving forward, most of them are broken systems, architectures. You start from digital, there is a small portion when you go back to the manual, then jumps back to the digital, then jumps onto the manual printouts and all that. So this is something we are observing, these problems with the current day digital transformation. I'm in the space of enterprise blockchain for the last 4.5 years. I have seen a number of issues with this space. 2 major ones are that it's a disconnection between the crypto space and the space of the blockchain. Mainly because both there are a lot of misinformation about each other, but still, this is one area we definitely want to move forward with and bring applications so that people on the conventional businesses side can experience the blockchain and can remove the fogs around it. Where are the production grade? A lot of POCs governments are doing, a lot of POCs banks are doing, financial institutions are doing, but POCs are somewhere between pilots, we lose it. We need to move beyond. Now we need production grade applications to put real life adoption of the blockchain. And of course, cryptocurrencies as well, because they are basically the businesses as well. Now, people ask me why there is so much of volatility for these cryptocurrency pricing on the trading side, because there is not much adoption. This is the only way we can bring the adoption, we can bring a halt to this volatility. Another area where we functionally are targeting to solve the problem is invoicing. We all act as sometimes vendor, we all act as sometimes clients and receive invoices. Numerous, again, pain points we go through with. Fake invoicing, under-invoicing, over-invoicing, insecurity of the whole process, inefficiency if there is a cross-organizational workflow approvals. We always go for, invoices are always happening through the adoption, and that adoption happens with the cross-organizational or cross-parties approval. Without this platform of blockchain, there will be problems, and that's what we are all experiencing. So blockchain, bringing digital transformation 2.0, connecting the ecosystem with the trusted layer, can solve this problem. And that's another feature. So another thing is that there is a disconnection between the crypto invoicing with the conventional businesses. There is now 1.5 trillion or around $2 trillion market of cryptocurrencies. I will give you one example here, that Elon Musk, when he announced that they will start taking Bitcoins for their Teslas, it took another 3 weeks for him to announce that, yes, now we can start taking the invoices or payments in the Bitcoins. What took them 3 weeks or 4 weeks' time? It was because they were upgrading their backend systems, and they were upgrading their technology to accounting packages to just do this operation. The whole world is lacking in this area. The ERPs and the conventional accounting packages, they are unable to solve this issue of generating and doing the payments of invoices in cryptocurrencies. So this is going to be one top-up application which will reside on the existing ERPs and accounting packages to add value and give more life to their existing conventional solutions. By the way, invoices are the most commercially used documents in the world. Now, these are the opportunities which are available if you are into the invoicing space. So there is an invoice finance market, which is, again, reaching out to the $1 trillion market, growing 7.5% annually. Accounts payable automation, which is basically the invoice processing thing, again, $4 billion market, growing 7% annually. And last but not least, cryptocurrencies, around $1.5 to $2 trillion market, growing exponentially. I'm also going to speak about the Islamic financing and why there is a need of Islamic financing to adopt blockchain. Because in Islamic financing, you need 2 layers of audit or compliance. One is the conventional one, and the second one on top of it is the Islamic or Sharia compliance. So blockchain, smart codes, contracts on blockchain will enable the automated compliance on for the systems. And that will ease up the job. And a lot of benefit Islamic financing can have from the blockchain adoption. And it's a $2.5 trillion market again, Islamic financing. Now, what we are basically bringing in. InvoiceMate, without going into the details, is basically a trusted system for invoice generation, to processing, to payments, and to financing. So the whole journey of the invoice will be covered on blockchain, will be tapped on blockchain, bringing trusted layer to the whole operation. And as I said again, it's the operation we run through on a daily basis. It's going to be end-to-end digital solution. It's going to be a bridge connecting the conventional businesses with the trusted and efficient business workflow. That means digital transformation 2.0. It is a bridge that is going to connect the conventional businesses with the crypto businesses. Again, there is a huge disconnect between the two parties, and applications are the only thing they can be connected with. And last but not the least, it is going to be the bridge between a lot of conventional businesses. Again, a population of 2 billion people will be connected to the Islamic financing. There is a huge disconnect there. So this can be a bridge between the two parties. How we are doing this? First and foremost is the methodology, the philosophy behind. We don't want to convert a caterpillar into a faster caterpillar. We don't want to tap one invoice generation, or invoice payments, or invoice financing. No, we want to tackle it the whole journey. Because doing it in the pieces, again, will convert a caterpillar into just a faster caterpillar. If you really want to do a transition, if you really want to do a reinvention, this is the way. Start from the root cause and take it through to the whole journey. I'm not going to go into the details of the process flow diagram. I'm just bringing this to give you how we are tackling it. On the right of mine is basically the place where you can see users will come on SaaS-based invoice processing software, and then they will reach out to the invoice payments and invoice financing with the complete journey on the blockchain. And of course, there's an element of AI as well. So this is basically, we are bringing them for their root problem, which is the invoice processing, and then taking them on a journey to a, last but not the least, invoice financing. That's, again, a description. You can see in the middle, the users are interacting with the InvoiceMate as vendors, as clients, and then they can reach out to the existing payment service providers to pay out the invoices. And on the other side, you can see the integration with the existing international Islamic financial institutions who are doing the factoring and financing of the invoices. So currently, it is in the space of integration. But moving forward, the vision is to have our own PayMate as payment service provider, and on the other side, FinMate as our own liquidity pool for funding the invoice financing clients. This is going to be through the Mate token. It will be the first Sharia-compliant, Islamic rules-based token. Just to again give a little bit of an education layer, how it will all look like. So we are, of course, using the internet as a foundation layer. Then on top of it, there will be a protocol layer of a BSV blockchain. And then nChain we are using as a service provider to connect our application layer with the blockchain protocol layer. And finally, you can see on the top, we are sitting, and the users can interact through their mobile devices, workstations, and desktops, laptops. Some salient features, of course, trusted system of workflow of the whole invoicing process, and then, of course, other technologies, functional features. We are working with the topmost advisors in the financial space, and they are giving us a lot of insights into the controls which CFOs are looking forward, and the financial teams are looking forward. So it's not just meant for the blockchain app, it's meant for the businesses to solve their problems. User experience and user interface has been given a lot of attention, and it is available on the mobile devices as well. There are specific apps for the approvals and at the same time for the whole vendor management system. Okay, two more. Integration. Conventional systems are here to stay. The legacy architecture, you cannot replace that immediately. So our application will just sit on top of the existing architecture, will speak with it, will be integrated in it, and will give it a more life. Last but not the least, the compliance, GDPR, financial compliance issues, and then other audit compliance issues are also taken care of. BSV blockchain, how we are getting benefit of the BSV blockchain because of the features it is offering. Been in the space of enterprise blockchain for a number of years now, have seen a lot other public blockchain offerings. Eventually, we had to always go for a permission blockchain versions. First time now, in the last 6 months, we started exploring BSV, and now we think that we got our solutions. Of course, the transaction fee, of course, the throughput, and all that. But most importantly, the ecosystem they are bringing in. That's what tempted us, basically, to go for this public blockchain. nChain, bringing service layer, MoneyButton, and so on and so forth, payment service providers, wallets, Fabric we will be exploring for our token platform, and very, very importantly, TAAL. Going to any CFO, asking him, OK, your transactions of the month of March will be $1,000. Next month, it could be $600. Next month, it could be $1,500. No CFO is going to sign a budget for this kind of a software. They always need a fixed amount, whether on the higher side. So TAAL is something bringing that solution for enterprises, giving a fixed amount of transaction fee for a fixed amount of the transactions you want to put on the. And also on the nChain side, they're also helping us not just to do the integration layer, they are also helping us to do the mapping of the data. What should be going on-chain, off-chain, so the solution remains optimized for the performance. Where we are, basically, and first of all, what is our initial target market? It's, again, Middle East and South Asia, of course, due to the fact that we hail from Middle East, and at the same time, a lot of Muslim countries there. Big need at the moment for this kind of a solution. But eventually, we are a global entity, and we will be targeting the whole globe. This is the product status. I'm not talking about that, yes, it will happen. It has happened. We all can experience it. We are open to share the trial version to everyone involved here. And that will be giving a good piece of taste how the blockchain can bring real value to the conventional businesses. There is a mobility in it because after Corona, we all need something mobile. You sitting here can approve your invoices. You sitting here can pay out. You sitting here can check the status of all your invoices. And that's the beauty of this system. There are 2 white label apps which can enable you to do these things. Competitive edge in the landscape. It's a very thickly populated landscape of invoice processing. We tick a lot of boxes. In fact, most of the boxes, like crypto enablement and all that. And competitive edge in invoice financing. We are shariah-compliant. Not many are faster. The process of invoice financing sometimes can take 25 days to 45 days. We can bring it down to 2 days. Trusted layer, that's the most important thing. From generation to the whole execution, it is having a trusted layer of the workflow. Fiat and crypto, again, the 2 major benefits we are bringing in. Moving forward, we are not going to stick on the invoicing. We have cracked the code that, yes, it has to be an application first, and then you can monetize the different issues. Then you can bring in new revenue streams with the crypto and blockchain layer. So we are starting with InvoiceMate. We'll be scaling it up to the AccountsMate, which will be a complete and independent accounting package on blockchain, and we will take it to the ERP, the first ever blockchain-based ERP, which will again open up a lot of new revenue streams, a lot of new business models moving forward. Who are our current clients? By the way, we are not live. We are not promoting us. It's still a month's journey for us to go live, but still, with the word of mouth, we have got our first 3 clients, which are the Islamic. We are going to deploy our first solution with them this month, and that is the Saudi Agriculture and Investment Authority. So it's a federal tier 1 authority in Saudi Arabia going to use InvoiceMate for their invoicing processing. And they are already using the ERP of Oracle Fusion, so it will sit on top of it and bringing value to that system, existing system as well. Yes, My Love is a German fashion brand, so we were not targeting anywhere outside the Middle East and South Asia, but fortunately we got the client from there as well. Moving forward, in Pakistan, the largest confectionery exporter is going to use us from next month. So these are already 3, and there are like 30 odd we are in discussion with. Strategic partnerships, which are very, very essential and important. BCP Labs is an accelerator program from Germany, Berlin. So we are part of that, and they are like doing a good job on us and promoting us in this our region and their region as well. Parker & Dill is the largest accounting service providers in Pakistan and largely in Middle East as well. So they are advising us. They are like going to give us the business development issues as well, tying up with the banks, tying up with the other major institutions. So that's the second strategic partner. CoinMetro, an exchange from Estonia. PwC Europe, we are in discussion with to get into their startup program. And last but not the least is the University of Sharjah to bring the academic value as well. So that partnership will enable us to do more with the students and bring more the research side of the invoice processing and financing. This is who we are. My name is Mohammed Salman Anjum. I'm the chief mate of the InvoiceMate. The idea is to be your mate, and mate is a friend, not to be your vendor. Thank you very much. Thank you.